Hello and welcome to Medya News Podcasts. Medya News aims to be an authentic voice bringing you real, truthful stories from the Middle East with a particular focus on the Kurdish question that is often ignored, self-censored or suppressed by the mainstream media platforms. This evening, we have a special shortened edition of the Medya News Podcast and are very happy to be joined by Seher Aydar from Oslo. Seher has just been elected to the Norwegian Parliament for the Red Party, or RUD, and is the first woman of Kurdish origins to enter the Norwegian Parliament. Seher, welcome to Medya News. Congratulations, and thank you for joining us tonight and taking time out from your celebrations on your historic victory.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to be here.
And I'm not going to take much of your time because I'm sure you have a lot of celebrating to do. So my first question is, what is your reaction to your historic electoral victory?
Yeah, as you said, it's really historical, and the left in Norway did really, really good elections. And after 8 years, we are able to shift the right-wing government. And it's really important for people and their lives. So I feel like today, when I'm talking to people, I feel hope for making change. So we are going to work really much to make this change happen, because people need that in their lives. We have seen the rich getting everything they want, and the working class people, the regular people, paying for it. And now people want change, so it's the rich people's time to pay for it. And I feel that it will be not only a historical day for the elections, but a historical time to making a change in Norway.
Absolutely, and I would suggest further afield than Norway. I'm sure your electoral victory in Norway has given hope to many left parties in Europe wider. But Seher, please tell us a little bit about your own political history and politics in Norway and the journey that has taken you now to the Norwegian Parliament.
Yeah, I started as an activist like really young. And I was mostly interested in peace work, international solidarity, and I found my way to the Red Party and their youth organization. After that, I have been active in the women's movement in Norway and the movement against racism, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And I also worked a lot with Kurdistan Solidarity in Norway. I was one of the co-founders of that. So I will see that I have mostly been working in grassroots movements, actually. But I always been a part of the Red Party since I was 16 years old. And we started as a really, really small party with 2% of the vote in a good day.
And what was the percentage victory?
4.8.
Oh,
so
wow. So that means
like
you have, how many MPs will you have now then in the Parliament?
8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's 169 MPs in Norway, so it's really good. Yeah.
That's really amazing. And tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about the actual election campaign. Like, for example, what were the issues that you and your party fought the election on, and what manifesto commitments will you now be working on in the upcoming term in the Parliament?
Yeah. I think a lot of people think about Norway as a social democratic heaven, but it is not anymore.
Yeah.
Because the government have really it's a lot of privatization, more and more, even in health care.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like this in Norway before, but it is now. And the economical issues are getting worse for more and more people. So you see that the class differences in Norway are growing for every year. And now it's so much that you have the rich ones really found the governments, the right-wing government, because they didn't want it to change, because they really get good money of it,
Yeah.
But at the same time, we never had so many children in Norway growing up in poverty. So actually, Norway is not a social democratic heaven anymore. It's a capitalistic system, So this was our first and biggest fight. And a lot of people told us that this is what they want us to talk about. So we said, tax the rich, give the money to people. It worked very well. The other thing was climate change,
Yeah.
a really big issue, of course. And the third thing was about working life, how people, like people who we really need didn't get paid as they should.
Yeah.
So it's like the three questions, I will say, that we worked mostly on. And I think people want the politicians to talk about it too. So.
Fantastic. And was it quite a sort of friendly, or was it quite a hard fought campaign?
When you say tax the rich and let the rich pay for your healthcare, of course they didn't like that. But we always say that if the rich people hate your campaign, then it's good.
Must
You
be
did something
working.
right. So of course it wasn't only friendly, because we get a lot of questions from the rich people. Oh, the revolutionary people from the Red Party want money, blah blah blah. But it's like it's always like that. Yeah.
And do we? Oh, sorry. Just very. And then on the. I mean, I read a little bit in reports that the oil issue was quite a big issue. Was that right?
Yeah. It's really big, because if you talk about climate change, and Norway is a big oil nation, so you have to talk about oil, and it's difficult because people works there, but at the same time you have to save the planet. So it was a big debate, and I think we need to think about both. People who works there, but at the same time you have to think about the climate change, who are like, you have to do something.
Absolutely. Just on so many levels, it's just such an incredibly exciting victory that I think will inspire many sort of political left movements all around the world, really.
I hope so. Yeah.
So, do you yet have any idea about who will form the next government in Norway?
Yeah, I think, or it looked like the leader of Arbeiderpartiet, like Labour Party, is going to lead the government. And the question is which other party is going to be a part of this government. So they are starting to talk together today.
Right.
So mostly it will be like Labour Party dominated with a strong left.
So will the Red Party be in there, do you think?
No.
Oh.
We don't want it. As you said, because it's a lot of questions that we don't agree with them, especially about NATO and the class issue. And they are, the Labour is not so left as they used to be.
No, I can imagine, a reformist party. But you will be there holding them to account, let's say.
It's our job to just bring the government to left.
The left, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just lastly, I don't want to keep you too long. I believe that the Red Party, most of our followers and listeners will be very interested in the Kurdish issue. And I believe that the Red Party has been quite active in raising awareness of the situation of the Kurds in Norway, taking part in meetings, panels, and delegations. Now that you are entering the Norwegian Parliament, how will this affect your work in this regard?
I have been active in Kurdish politics and solidarity for many years, and I will, of course, still do that. And I think it's important that we have people, not only me as a Kurd, but also friends of Kurds in Parliament, who are ready to say no to Turkey's wars against Kurds, because Norway is a part of the NATO, and then you are responsible if another NATO country bombs people, So, so I think it's really, we are going to work to have more people in the parliament with us to have more solidarity with the Kurdish people and with other people in the world who need solidarity, because we need that. And I feel that I'm not alone, because I have a big Kurdish community with me, around me, who just help me all the time. So we are thousands of people, and these thousands of people have been demonstrating years, and these demonstrations are not only outside the parliament anymore. I will try to be the voice inside the parliament.
Amazing, Seher. And of course, Norway being a very important country historically, being involved in peace negotiations to try and resolve these political issues is really very important as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And Norway wants to be a peace nation, so they should just show it.
Yeah.
And do that, yeah.
Exactly. Listen, Seher Aydar, congratulations on behalf of all our listeners and Kurdish people all over the world. Very proud of you. And thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. And I just want to say this victory is because thousands of people worked in years and years. So if you organize and stand together, you can really make a change. It's just important to remember that. And thank you.
Wonderful words to end our short interview with. And I hope we're able to have you back on Medya News in the future.
Of course.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.